Let's face it, the retirement dream they sold you in glossy brochures with sailboats and Tuscany vineyards? Yeah, that was cute. But if you're living on a pension that barely covers gas and groceries in your home country, that dream feels more like a cruel joke with monthly reminders courtesy of your bank statement. So what do? You either keep working until your spine sounds like a microwave popcorn bag, or you do the smarter thing. You leave. You take your check, whether it's $1,000, $1,800, or just whatever Social Security lets you sniff. And you go where that money actually means something. You go where a retirement budget turns into a lifestyle, not a punishment. And no, I'm not talking about moving into your cousin Randy's basement in Iowa. I'm talking about paradise. With palm trees, platefuls of street food, walkable towns, affordable healthcare, and sunsets that don't come with service charge. These are the 15 best countries to retire on a small pension or Social Security, ranked not by fantasy, but by livability, affordability, and that sweet, sweet value for money. But before packing your bags, make sure to hit the subscribe button and help me help more people. Now, let's get to it. Number 15, Portugal. You want Europe, but you don't want to sell a kidney to afford it? Welcome to Portugal. Lisbon is admittedly pricier now, yet just a short train ride takes you to smaller towns where $1,500 a month scores a furnished apartment, fresh seafood from local markets, and actual health care that won't drain your entire retirement fund. English is widely spoken, and wine sometimes costs less than bottled water. Imagine a climate akin to California, minus the wildfires, plus centuries-old monasteries and Moorish castles. The D7 visa remains a top pick for retirees, offering a smooth path to residency if you have a stable income. Plan on spending $1,300 to $1,800 a month to live well, covering rent, utilities, and daily espresso breaks. The main annoyance? Bureaucracy moves at a snail's pace. But once settled, the laid-back lifestyle is worth every form filled. Number 14. Mexico. Think Mexico is all spring break chaos and alarming headlines? Think again. Beyond touristy spots, you'll find laid-back gems like Lake Chapala, San Miguel de Allende, and Merida, each brimming with retirees who swap high costs for colorful local markets and hospitable neighbors. Expect to pay $1,200 to $1,800 a month for a comfortable life that includes rent, utilities, and plenty of authentic tacos al pastor. The real estate scene won't force you to take out a second mortgage, and you're only a budget flight away from visiting family or friends back in the States. Healthcare is surprisingly solid, with private clinics offering quality services at a fraction of U.S. costs. Sure, certain regions demand more caution, but do your research, rent before you buy, and you'll discover a friendly, budget-friendly paradise nearby. Learn some Spanish, and you'll feel right at home. Number 13. Georgia. Tucked between Russia and Turkey, Georgia remains an underrated hero for retirees seeking affordability and adventure. This is no peach state. Instead, picture Tbilisi's winding alleys and hilltop fortresses, or the snow-capped Caucasus Mountains that lure trekkers and nature lovers. A decent apartment can cost as little as $400 to $700 a month, and you can stay visa-free for a full year, giving you plenty of time to explore. The local wine scene dates back thousands of years, and dinner parties often include generous toasts with homemade vintages. Healthcare is relatively accessible, though more complex treatments might require traveling abroad. Winters can be cold, and the Georgian language's alien-looking script may baffle newcomers. Still, the warm hospitality, rich cuisine, and shockingly low cost of living make Georgia an irresistible choice for the truly open-minded retiree. Embrace the unknown, and you'll be rewarded. Number 12. Ecuador. Ecuador welcomes retirees with a blend of Andean peaks, colonial cities, and coastal enclaves that feel like tropical getaways. Cuenca, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, stands out for its picturesque plazas, walkable streets, and robust expat community. Here, you can qualify for a retirement visa with as little as $800 a month in guaranteed income, making the dream of moving abroad refreshingly attainable. Expect living costs of about $1,000 to $1,600 a month, including rent, utilities, and a steady supply of organic produce from local mercados. Healthcare is not only affordable but also highly regarded, with modern facilities scattered throughout major cities. Altitude can be an issue if you choose highland living. Cuenca sits over 8,000 feet above sea level, but for many, the cultural richness and mild climate make Ecuador an enticing, budget-friendly haven. Number 11, Thailand. Thailand isn't just for backpackers in elephant print pants and soul searchers wandering temple grounds. Retirees flock here to stretch their savings and savor the laid-back pace of places like Chiang Mai, famous for its night markets and ancient temples nestled amid lush mountains. Renting a decent apartment can run $300 to $500 a month, and a variety of street food, from spicy papaya salad to savory pad thai, rarely costs more than a few dollars. The retirement visa is open at age 50, ensuring earlier access than in many countries. Healthcare in private hospitals is world-class, yet significantly cheaper than in Western nations. Yes, the hot season can be scorching, and visa rules can shift, but the genuine friendliness of locals and the kaleidoscope of festivals keep Thailand captivating. If you crave a hammock on a beach at Koh Samui or a cultural hub in the north, this country covers every base. What truly sets Thailand apart is the way tradition and modernity intertwine so effortlessly. You can spend your mornings practicing Tai Chi in a temple courtyard, afternoons sipping espresso in an air-conditioned co-working space, and evenings enjoying rooftop jazz in Bangkok. This versatility makes it ideal for retirees who don't want to feel stuck in any one routine. Plus, domestic flights are cheap and frequent, making it easy to explore everything from the ancient ruins of Ayutthaya to the white sands of Krabi. Transportation within cities is equally affordable, with ride-share apps and tuk-tuks providing low-cost, convenient mobility. Number 10, Vietnam. Vietnam is a plot twist of those expecting only backpackers or digital nomads. Cities like Da Nang combine modern conveniences with a relaxed coastal vibe, while Hoi An enchants travelers and residents alike with its lantern-lit streets and tailor shops that can craft an entire wardrobe in days. Renting a modest apartment might cost $300 monthly, leaving room to indulge in street food feasts of banh mi and pho at just $1 or $2 each. A couple can live comfortably on around $1,200 a month, saving enough for weekend escapes to picturesque destinations like Ha Long Bay. Private healthcare is improving as Vietnam's economy grows, though for complex treatments, some expats prefer Bangkok or Singapore. The whirlwind of motorbikes can feel like a real-life video game, but once you adapt, you'll find a warm culture that balances tradition and rapid development. Vietnam's growing expat hubs are supportive and diverse, offering book clubs, business networking, and charity events, especially in cities like Hoi An and Ho Chi Minh. And because English is increasingly spoken by younger generations, daily interactions are easier than ever. You'll be warmly greeted at cafes, invited to local celebrations, and perhaps even taught to make spring rolls by a neighbor. Combine that with stable internet, affordable gyms, and international schools for those with families in tow, and Vietnam starts to feel less like a stopover and more like a smart long-term move. Number 9, Panama. Panama's pension-due visa is legendary among retirees, requiring just $1,000 a month in Social Security or pension income to unlock an entire suite of discounts, from prescription meds to airline tickets. Modern infrastructure and the US dollar make everyday transactions seamless, minimizing the hassle of currency exchange. Phuket, set in the scenic highlands, entices nature lovers with hiking trails, coffee farms, and cooler weather than steamy Panama City. Expect to live comfortably on $1,500 to $2,000 a month, including rent and the occasional splurge on local delicacies. Healthcare is reliable, with private hospitals offering high-quality care at lower costs than you'd find up north. Panama City can feel congested and pricey, but it delivers skyscrapers, international restaurants, and easy flights to Miami or Houston. If you prefer a simpler, quieter life, smaller mountain or coastal towns are your best bet. One underrated perk of retiring in Panama is its cultural diversity. From Afro-Caribbean traditions in Cologne to indigenous communities and European-descended locals, the country is a tapestry of languages, food, and celebrations. The carnival festivities alone, complete with music, dancing, and colorful parades, make every February feel like a reason to celebrate life. And for retirees who love nature, Panama offers beaches on 2 coasts, rainforests filled with toucans and sloths, and islands where time moves as slowly as the tides. Community infrastructure is well developed in many expat areas. You'll find everything from yoga studios to farmers markets, language schools to artisan bakeries, often run by fellow expats. Internet speeds are generally solid, especially in urban areas, allowing digital nomads and remote working retirees to stay connected. Most importantly, Panamanians are friendly, welcoming, and used to foreigners. You'll never be far from a warm conversation, a fresh ceviche, or a new adventure. Number 8. Philippines. With over 7,000 islands, the Philippines provides a smorgasbord of possibilities for retirees hunting tropical breezes and a warm community spirit. English is widely spoken, making day-to-day tasks like grocery shopping or setting up bank accounts relatively straightforward. You can rent a modest apartment near a beach for around $300 a month, leaving ample room in your budget for those unbelievably sweet mangoes, and a weekly boat ride across azure waters. Hiring household help is also common and affordable, often running about $100 a month. Healthcare is decent in cities like Manila, Cebu, or Davao, though more rural locales might require a trip to an urban center for advanced treatment. Typhoon season is a reality, so picking a location with proper infrastructure helps. Between the festival's diving spots and famously welcoming culture, it's little wonder many never leave. What makes the Philippines especially charming is the ease of integration. Locals are often genuinely excited to welcome foreigners, and intergenerational households are the norm, so there's a deep respect for elders woven into the culture. That's a refreshing shift if you've ever felt overlooked back home. Whether you settle in the surfing haven of Siargao or the expat enclaves of Dumaguete, social events, beach barbecues, and cultural immersion opportunities abound. Churches and community centers also serve as gathering places, giving retirees a chance to stay socially active and spiritually connected. You'll also find a variety of visa options tailored to retirees, including the SRRV, Special Resident Retirees Visa, which allows for indefinite stay with minimal bureaucracy. Transportation between islands can be as simple as hopping on a ferry or taking a budget flight, meaning weekend getaways are both easy and exciting. Fresh seafood is everywhere, and local markets overflow with colorful tropical produce that makes every meal feel like a celebration. Whether you're a diver, a nature enthusiast, or someone who just wants peace with sea view, the Philippines delivers with heart. Number 7. Bulgaria. Bulgaria, often overlooked for flashy European countries, quietly offers cobblestone streets, ancient monasteries, and gorgeous mountains at a fraction of the price. A comfortable apartment in cities like Plovdiv or Veliko Tarnovo might set you back $300 to $400 monthly, while groceries, fresh produce, and the occasional restaurant meal are easy on the wallet. Despite its budget-friendly vibe, Bulgaria has strong internet infrastructure, making it appealing to remote workers or anyone who enjoys seamless video calls with family. Winters can be harsh, especially in mountain regions, but the country's mild springs and summers invite outdoor fun. Healthcare is improving, though finding English-speaking professionals outside major cities might require some patience. The Cyrillic alphabet can feel alien, yet younger Bulgarians often speak decent English. Between folklore festivals, hearty cuisine, and surprisingly good local wine, Bulgaria's fairy tale charm can win over even the most skeptical retiree. If you're drawn to nature, Bulgaria offers a bounty of hikes, hot springs, and lakes scattered across its diverse landscapes. You can ski in Bansko during winter and sunbathe on the Black Sea coast during summer, all within the same country. Traditional Bulgarian villages remain refreshingly untouched by mass tourism, offering a glimpse into Europe as it was decades ago, complete with hand-woven rugs, wood-carved homes, and generations-old recipes shared with a smile. For those who enjoy a quieter pace and deep cultural roots, Bulgaria delivers serenity and charm. Retirees also benefit from Bulgaria's position in the European Union. While it's not in the Schengen zone yet, its EU status simplifies banking, property ownership, and even access to healthcare systems in neighboring countries. Real estate remains one of Europe's cheapest, allowing you to potentially own a home outright without breaking the bank. Local markets brim with organic vegetables, homemade cheeses, and wild honey, while cafes charge mere cents for an espresso. It's not the place for glitz and glam, But if you're seeking authenticity, affordability, and a rich cultural life, Bulgaria might just surprise you. Number 6. Colombia. Colombia's transformation is nothing short of remarkable, shifting from narco-fueled infamy to a vibrant, inviting hub of culture. Medellin, dubbed the City of Eternal Spring, boasts a sleek metro system, energetic art scenes, and neighborhoods like El Poblado where a stylish apartment can cost $500 a month. Bogota, Cartagena, and Cali each bring unique atmospheres, whether you crave Andean highlands, Caribbean coastlines, or salsa-filled nights. Healthcare stands among the best in Latin America, often ranking high in global surveys. With a $1,200 to $1,700 monthly budget, couples can eat out, explore museums, and even head to coffee farms on weekends without breaking the bank. Number 5. Nicaragua. Less frequented than Costa Rica but brimming with character, Nicaragua offers colonial gems like Granada and Leon, where pastel-hued buildings line streets teeming with local life. Rent can drop to $200 to $300 a month for a simple apartment, leaving plenty of room for utilities, groceries, and even the occasional volcano boarding trip down the slopes of Cerro Negro if you're feeling adventurous. Street food rarely costs more than $1, and open-air markets overflow with fruits, veggies, and aromatic spices. Political tension does simmer beneath the surface, so it's wise to remain informed and connect with locals who can offer a real-time perspective. Despite the occasional hurdles, you'll encounter a down-to-earth warmth here, and lack of heavy tourism in many regions makes for an unfiltered cultural experience that rewards curiosity and open-mindedness. Number 4. Romania. Romania is often reduced to Dracula cliches, but there's a lot more to love in folklore. Bucharest balances Belle Epoque architecture with modern malls, while Transylvanian cities like Cluj-Napoca and Brasov thrill with medieval spires, chic cafes, and even vibrant tech scenes. A decent apartment in these locales can be yours for $300 to $600 monthly, leaving space in your budget for sampling local dishes like sarmale or papanasi in cozy taverns. The internet is impressively fast, a boon for remote workers. Healthcare is decent, especially in private clinics, but a few Romanian phrases might help smooth any language gaps. Winters can be biting, yet come spring, the orchards and parks bloom brilliantly, creating fairy tale backdrops. Romanian hospitality can be understated, but once you gain local friends, expect hearty homemade feasts and plenty of toast with potent plum brandy. Number 3. Albania. Overlooking Albania could be your biggest retirement mistake. Situated along the Adriatic Sea across from Italy, this small nation offers a Mediterranean lifestyle on a tight budget. Saran and Vlora feature azure waters and laid-back living, while Tirana, the capital, pulses with an eclectic mix of Ottoman influences, communist-era remnants, and contemporary art installations. Renting a seaside apartment can cost around $400 a month, and fresh seafood dinners barely dent your wallet. Coffee culture is deeply ingrained. You'll be invited to sip espresso in cafes that double as social hubs. Healthcare infrastructure remains somewhat limited, though those living near the Greek border can easily hop across for more advanced treatments. Albania is still under most tourist radars, meaning you'll sidestep massive crowds and find an authentic vibe shaped by centuries of diverse cultural influences. Number 2. Cambodia. Cambodia's storied past might overshadow its present-day promise, but retirees in search of serenity and affordability often find Siem Reap or Phnom Penh surprisingly inviting. Siem Reap isn't just a stopover for Angkor It boasts an easygoing expat community, with apartments renting for $250 to $400. The cost of a full meal rarely exceeds $3, and massages go for just a few dollars more. Phnom Penh, while more urban and chaotic, still provides a slower pace than many capital cities. Visas are relatively simple to renew, and though healthcare is basic, Bangkok is a short flight away for complex procedures. Temples, monks, and centuries-old traditions bring a sense of spirituality to everyday life, and the locals' resilience has bred an open-hearted approach to newcomers. From countryside bike rides to lively night markets, Cambodia offers a gentle, reflective place to reinvent retirement. Number 1. Bolivia, the cheapest country you've never considered. Landlocked and often overlooked, Bolivia steals the show for those seeking a rock-bottom cost of living paired with cultural vibrancy. La Paz, perched at dizzying heights, blends indigenous heritage with Spanish colonial legacies, while Sucre's whitewashed buildings and mild climate woo those who prefer lower altitudes. Renting can be done for $200 to $400 a month, and you might score street meals for as little as $2, including a bowl of hearty soup and a side of rice. Healthcare is basic yet affordable. For complicated treatments, many head to neighboring countries. The altitude might pose a challenge, especially in La Paz, so be prepared for breathless moments until you acclimate. English is scarce, but learning basic Spanish paves the way for warm interactions with locals who proudly showcase their traditions in bustling markets and timeless festivals. It's no frills, no fuss, and no colossal price tags. Conclusion: retirement isn't about planning yourself in a rocking chair and watching the minutes tick away. It's a time of reinvention where you can exchange high-stress, high-cost routines for something vibrant and soul-stirring. Each of these 15 countries offers a unique combination of affordability, cultural richness, and access to healthcare, factors that often top the priority list for retirees with an eye toward quality of life. Whether it's strolling ancient cobblestone streets in Portugal, savoring midnight tacos in Mexico, or raising a toast with centuries-old Georgian wine, the possibilities extend far beyond what most people imagine. Many of these places offer surprisingly straightforward visa options, too, meaning that with a reliable income source and the right paperwork, you can establish residency more easily than you might expect. Yes, learning a new language or navigating unfamiliar bureaucracies can feel like a chore, but the payoff is waking up to mountain vistas, coastal sunsets, or bustling markets where exotic fruits cost mere pennies. You don't need millions in the bank, just a willingness to adapt, explore, and open yourself to the unknown. Stepping outside your comfort zone might yield simpler pleasures, like sipping coffee at a centuries-old cafe, or discovering local music that speaks to you in ways you never anticipated. You'll find that the warmth of communities abroad often eclipses the social isolation some experience in their home countries, reminding you that neighbors can become close friends if you're open to new beginnings. Ultimately, retirement doesn't signal the end of possibilities. It marks a stage where you can truly choose the life you want. Whether you crave a beachfront hammock in Southeast Asia or the crisp air of a mountain town in Eastern Europe, there's a place out there waiting to embrace you, and it won't destroy your savings in the process. So pack your bags, research the visa requirements, and step boldly into the next chapter. Rather than counting down the days, you might just find yourself counting the memories, friendships, and tastes of this wide world that feels more accessible than ever. Retirement can be a gateway, not a dead end, and as these destinations prove, adventure is well within your reach, even on a modest budget.